Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Obviously, today Erica and I are collabing on a Fab Five video, and I am super excited. When she first told me that she was doing this, I was like, that's amazing. I'm so jealous in the best way that you have this fantastic idea. So she did one, and then she asked me if I would collab with her. And I was like, heck yeah, absolutely. So we did that collab and decided that it should be a regular thing. So this is our second one together. So the premise is we choose 5 random palettes, or 5 palettes randomly. And then from each of the palettes, we choose a shade and then have to create a look with the shade. So there's a few steps. So I'm not going to blather on. I'm going to get out my wheel of palettes and choose the first one. Odin's Eye Hey Reindeer. Okay, I know it's spelt wrong. I input all of the palettes and then brands and everything via voice, and with 185 palettes, I just didn't have it in me to go back and fix all of the spelling. So all right, next. It vibrates in my hand as it's spinning. Oh, Tart Man-Eater. Interesting. Okay. Palette number 3. Unearthly Charmer. Number 4. Artitude Man-Eater. And last but not least, we have Violet Voss the Rainbow. Okay, let me go gather up all of these palettes and then we will randomly generate which shade from each palette. Whew. Okay, I have secured all of the palettes. So first we have Hey Reindeer. This is a Christmas palette, which is funny because I was thinking this would be a good Valentine's palette. So I may use the entire palette or parts of it again super soon for a V-Day look. But I have my random number picker. So number 4. And then we have Man-Eater from Tarte. And this is a little 9-pan neutral palette. So I have to adjust the numbers to and fro and generate 7. And then there is the Unearthly Charmer palette. This is a 12-pan, which I actually have used recently-ish. So I have adjusted my numbers for to and from. So there's 12, 2. And then there is the Artitude Cosmetics Man-Eater Untamed. I am so glad that I have this palette. I need to use it, which I've said 100,000 times in the last, 2 weeks, but it's beautiful. So let me adjust the numbers. This is a 20-pan palette. And 17. Last but not least, we've got Violet Voss the Rainbows. Technically speaking, this used to be a 10-pan palette. It has seen much better days. I almost decluttered it, but I can't because the shades that are in here are fantastic. So we're just going to call this an 8-pan palette. And number 1. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, I think I have a plan. The hardest part is wanting to use all of the shades in a way that you can see I'm wearing all of the shades. But the Unearthly and the Violet Voss look super similar. So if I put them together, you wouldn't know. And then this green from Maneater Untamed with the Odin's Eye, Hey Reindeer, would look really good together, but would they look noticeably different on the eye? I don't know. So I was thinking I might do Hey Reindeer, Unearthly, and the Tarte Maneater on the outer corner, and then Maneater Untamed and Violet Voss on the lower lash line. That's my tentative plan. And I probably should have mentioned we're each going to answer 10 questions. These ones are really interesting, so I am excited to just get into this. So let's do that now, because this could take me a minute. And question number 1, do you feel older or younger than your age, and why? That's a really good question. I always felt, I think younger than my age, simply because I never thought that I never felt like I was a grown-up. You know, like I was like, when do you start feeling like a grown-up? But when I turned 40, it really messed with my head kind of a lot. I'm wetting my brush so I can wet the shade. And I definitely felt older then. And I feel like I don't know. I think I feel like I'm younger than I am as opposed to older. I think that all of my kids think I am much older. Like I feel like people view me as being much older, except for the grandbabies. They don't think that I'm older. Their daycare lady is the exact same age as me. Like, we're talking within a month or two. And they were like, especially baby Xander was very passionate about it. There is no way you and my Nani are the same age. But we are. So, you know, kids are notoriously bad at that. But, yeah. So I guess I feel younger than I feel, or my age. Number 2, if you'd only listen to one music genre, what would it be? Erica Conger. I thought we were friends. One music genre? That's a terrible, terrible question. I mean, I'm going to go into the Unearthly shade called Weakness. I would have to go with country because, I mean, Dolly Parton and a boatload of other musical artists that I genuinely love. But boy howdy, would I miss like 70s folk music. I can't imagine just having one genre of music. Okay, you know what? That was a mistake. I'm going to just quickly clean that off and go in with, or well, maybe I can just layer the, no, because that'll make it weird. All right, let me clean this off real quick. I definitely want the green there. for sure. So what I'm gonna do is take a Q-tip or cotton bud and some micellar water. And just into endangered. And yeah, I think I'd have to go with country, even though that's a terrible, awful question. And I'm not a fan. In fact, I think maybe Erica and I are now in a fight. Number 3, if you could choose any fictional character to be your roommate, who would it be and why? Any fictional character to be my roommate. I mean, immediately the little mice from Cinderella comes to mind because, boy howdy, I would love to have help with my wardrobe. That would be awesome. But that's characters, not just one. Any fictional character? Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the mice from Cinderella because that would be very cool, in my opinion. I'm gonna go back into the unearthly, the Odin's Eye. Number 4, if you could be the voice of a classic cartoon character, who would it be? A classic cartoon character. Wow. How about Betty Boop? That would be seriously cool and annoying all at the same time. But it would be fun. So yeah, let's go Betty Boop. What is a movie you dislike but most people love? Anything with scary bits. Literally, like the ones with Freddy, Jason. I've never seen those. I mean, I saw Nightmare on Elm Street when I was very, very little, like 8 or 9. I had a sleepover thing with the girls from my softball team, but it was when I played for both the older girls and the young girls, and it was the older girls who were having the sleepover. So, yeah, not an age appropriate movie for me at the time, and way not age appropriate now. I am far too much of a chicken to handle that. So yeah, definitely like the Freddy or Jason's or whatever. That would be very no good for me. And everybody likes those movies. Well, I don't know if everybody likes them. Quite frankly, I think one of the scariest movies was The Omen. I mean, can you imagine? That's a scary movie. What topic or subject do you think you know more about than most people? That is an incredibly it's almost it leans a little bit arrogant, but I'm going to say early childhood education, and I'm not including like people who have a career in that. And the only reason I'm even saying that, I'm going in with the Charmer palette shade just a little bit along the edge here, is because I continuously try to learn and keep up on what we need to know to help these babies, because everything is changing all the time, and I want to be a resource for them. So I have spent a lot of time learning about early childhood education. So that's the only reason I say that, not because I'm arrogant or because I think I know more than other people. It's just because I actively, continuously try to know. What was your favorite subject in school? I was not a fan of school at all. At all. In fact, I dropped out of school in 9th grade. I hated school pretty much from day one. Never liked it. I mean, I don't really remember the early years, but I was never, ever a fan of school. Can you see my calendar? My Miss Kathy calendar? Or my book, as Jackson called it. Mike hung it up for me the other day. So cool. All right, well, I mean, I'm gonna take that black over the unearthly shade because I just don't like that combination. I love green and pink, green and purple. I think they're beautiful together, but something about that was rubbing me the wrong way. So if I had to pick a subject, I'd go chorus because I love to sing and I loved being in chorus. So yeah. Number 8, what's your favorite memory of your collab partner? I think when Erica gets hungry, she is the most amusing person on the planet. And the first time I heard her lose her shiitake mushrooms on the way home after work one day, it was fabulous. Absolutely the best moment ever. Just hilarious. So, yeah. I don't know if that's, something I'm supposed to go public with or not, but when Erica really trusts you, she lets you into a bit more of her goofiness. Because, most of us don't just be goofy out in the world. You have to know somebody to appreciate their goofy. And Erica's goofy is delightful. So hopefully you are friends enough with her that you get to see a little bit of that. She lets a little bit out in her videos, which I think is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, when Erica's hungry, it's a good time for everybody except her. All right, I'm going to go back into the Endangered shade from the Man-Eater Untamed and just boop over the edge of the black. We know from the Color Kittens, if we boop all of our colors together, we're going to get something that leans very, very brown, which totally works for this. Okay, number 9. What spice do you despise? Oh, well, there's a few actually. I'm not the biggest fan of several spices, but one of my least favorite is, oh, for Pete's sake. I can't remember what it's called. Hold please, I have to ask my sister. It's a very popular one. There's actually 2 that go neck and neck. I'm going to go work on the rest of my face. I'll come back and do my lower lash line in the last 3 shades with you. 2 shades? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 shade. I'll come back and do that with you after I fix cilantro. I really, really don't like cilantro. Like a lot. And, oh, for the love. It often goes with cinnamon into like pumpkin pies. What is wrong with me? All right, well, it looks like I'm calling my sister anyway. So I'm gonna go do that, and then I'll come back and answer the rest of that question and the last one, and we will be completely done. What a nutter. That's right, cloves. Cloves. I do not enjoy cloves or cilantro at all. Really don't like them. So, okay, down to 1 question now. All right, I'm back and mostly done. I did say we could do the lower lash line together, so that's the plan. I'm just gonna take a bit of the black from the Tarte nanometer palette on my Refer 03 and just super gently swoosh a little bit just on the super outermost corner, because we do have I have 2 shades left, and they are both the pink ones because I totally covered up the other pink. So they're both going to go on the lower lash line and inner corner, which I know that sounds absolutely insane, but you know me. I like an inner corner pop, so why not? I think we'll go in with the Charmer shade first. That was Weakness. And unsurprising, we're going to use Fill 2.0. This is, can you see his little face? When I'm editing, if you can't really see his little face, I will include pictures of OG Phil and Phil 2.0. He's a little feared. He doesn't know what's going to happen, so yeah. I'm insane. Okay, so Weakness is going to go all on the outer half. Should I wet this? I should wet this. I don't want the fallout. I don't know if you can tell or not, but it seems as though someone has passed on their sniffles to me. So behind the scenes this morning is mostly just me with a bit of potty paper hanging out of my nostril. I asked Jackson if he thought it would be noticeable if I filmed like that, and he said, yeah, I probably shouldn't do that. It was cute. He was with me before school this morning because his mom's got a new schedule. So, okay. I'm gonna leave that like that for now and go in with the Violet Voss shade, which is slightly lighter, but still very dark pink. And the Unearthly one is a duochrome. This is just a beautiful shimmer, or even maybe metallic. I'm not really sure. That's cute. All right, we have one more cushion too. I really want the lower lash line shades to be noticeable and not just like, oop, I gotta squeeze them in there because I got them. I like to give each shade its own moment, spot, I don't know, whatever goofy word we're using to describe it. Yeah, shadows. Being the main character. Okay. Just gonna do a little swooping upwards. Nothing like I normally do, because I think that might look a little strange. So let me go whack on mascara real quick, and then I'll come back, answer the final question, and it'll be done. All right, that is everything. Let me scoot you in for an up-close reconnoiter at the eyes. I really am not mad at this. The pink, two pinks, you know, was a bit of a twist, but again, I think it's okay. I love mixing and matching eyeshadows, and I like doing things that are a bit different, so, no, it's fun. I don't know how different it is, because, you know, it's just pink eyeshadow, but I think it's pretty cool. And I do think, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but the outer half of my lower lash line definitely looks different. You might assume that the black and the pink got mixed together and that's the difference, but we know I used both. Okay, and the final question. Would you rather meet your past ancestors or your future descendants? I feel like we've gotten questions like this in the past. The problem with knowing my future descendants is you know for sure if everyone made it. And I don't know if it's just like my assuming the worst all the time, but that's what I guarantee. When you ask a question, you have to be prepared for the answer. So I think that I would pick go back and, I don't know, maybe learn something, because there wasn't a whole lot passed down to us. You know, families are funny. So yeah, I'm gonna say go back. Yep. I'm going to wrap this up here. I am super excited to see the look Erica makes. No, I think I saw it. I'm pretty sure I saw it, but I don't remember what it was. I know she's happy with it. So, spoiler alert. I will, of course, have her channel linked in my description box because she's my collab partner, and I just love her. She's amazing. And I love this idea. It's a fantastic way to use 5 palettes in one look. I mean, you could, I don't know if this is something you would want to do, but you could just like pick 5 palettes and pick what shades out of each palette you want to use to create your look. It wouldn't have to be a bingo if you didn't want to, but it's cool. I'm using 5 palettes I have not used in a while except for Charmer. I did use that for Throwback Thursday recently-ish, but otherwise, I haven't reached for any of these. Violet Voss was Halloween. Hey Reindeer was Christmas. Artitude was when I got it, so it's been a minute. So let me know if this is something you would do or not. Do you wear 5 eyeshadows at a whack? Because I know not everybody does. I think Susan and Shazzy Do are kind of 2 and done sort of girls, which is cool. I think about it. I think I'd be done in like 2 seconds. Then what am I going to do? I had a lot of hours to fill in this day. 2 eyeshadows is not going to get it done. Okay, I'm going to stop yammering at you now. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. Be good, and remember to be kind to you.